Welcome to the online class session of accountancy. Today in this online class session of accountancy, I will explain you the topic bills sent for collection related to the chapter bills of exchange. This topic bills sent for collection purpose is already explained by me in the previous online classes and notes I shared with you in the class WhatsApp group. Okay. You can just open the notes and open the previous class sessions video related to the same topic, bill sent for collection. The same topic, quick revision is being done by me. Bill sent for collection. The holder of bill receivable, that is the seller of the goods or say drawer of bill of exchange, if finds himself incapable of collecting the bill's payment from the drawee, that is from the purchaser of the goods, due to the shortage of time or many other reasons are there. So in such situation, what the seller or drawer of bill receivable do, he hand it over to the bank for collection purpose. Okay, the bill receivable is handed over by the drawer to the bank for collection purpose, and on the due date the bill's payment is collected by the bank from drawee, and the payment is handed over by bank to the drawer. Okay, so the same topic will be explained by me on the basis of question number 7, case 4th. See, the fourth case. When 3 days before its maturity, the bill was sent by Darshan to his bank for collection. Already I explained you the previous 3 cases. Now the fourth case is being explained by me. I am reading out the question. Here the seller is Darshan. Darshan sold goods for rupees 40,000 to Varun. Varun is the purchaser of the goods. For this transaction, the journal entry I already explained to you. Again, we are just passing the same journal entry for such transaction in the books of Darshan the seller. Debtor debit to sales is the basic journal entry. Debtor debit to sales. Here the debtor of Darshan is Varun, to whom he sold the goods on credit basis. Varun, the debtor, will be debited and sales will be credited, showing the increase and decrease in assets. Varun is showing increase in debtor, that is asset, and sales is showing the decrease in asset, that is goods. Okay, as per the rules of debit and credit, we know the assets increment is shown on the debit side and assets decrease is shown on the credit side. Okay, and that's why I have passed the journal entry Varun debit to sales account. Now further reading out the same question. Varun accepted and drew upon him a bill of exchange after 2 months payable. Okay, Darshan for the same amount drawn bill of exchange on Varun for 2 months time period. Okay, right. Varun accepted the bill and the debtor Varun accepted the bill. Okay, now on acceptance of bill by Varun, Varun's place, that is debit place occupied in the first journal entry by Varun, will be exchanged by the term bill receivable, and Varun will be placed on the credit side, because Varun the debtor will decrease, and decrease in debtor, that is asset, is shown on the credit side, and the another asset of Darshan is increasing in place of Varun, and that asset is bill receivable. Bill receivable means the bill whose payment is to be received in the near future, means it's an asset for Darshan increase in asset is shown on the debit side. So the journal entry which needed to be passed is bill receivable account debit to Varun. Bill receivable showing increase in asset and Varun showing decrease in asset. Okay. Narration I have written here, bills acceptance received from Varun. Okay. Now we need to pass the journal entry here. Okay, in the books of Darshan and Varun. In the books of Darshan, whatever journal entries are to be passed is shown here by me. Okay. Now the bill is sent by Darshan to bank for collection purpose. See case number 4. When 3 days before its maturity, just count the date of maturity. Just add 2 months in Jan 8, Feb 8, March 8. March 8 is the due date. Okay, right? And date of maturity will be at 3 days of grace. March 8 plus 3 days, it will be March 11. But this bill was sent to bank for collection purpose 3 days before. Means March 11 minus 3 days. That will be March 8. March 8 is the date when the bill was sent by Darshan to his bank for collection purpose. Okay. When 3 days before its maturity, the bill was sent by Darshan to his bank for collection purpose. Okay. Now the bill is sent for collection purpose to the bank. So this bill sent for collection indicating the bank. That is debtor for Darshan. Okay. Because this bill is sent for collection purpose to bank, so bank will provide the bill receivable amount on the date of maturity, whatever amount will be received by bank to Darshan. So bank indicated by the terms bill sent for collection account will be shown on the debit side as an increase in debtor for Darshan. Okay, bill sent for collection is showing that the debtor bank is increasing, and increase in debtor is shown on the debit side as per the rules of debit and credit. To bill receivable is handed over to bank, means the another asset bill receivable is decreasing. It will be shown on the credit side, and that's why I've shown bill receivable on the credit side. Okay, the narration, whatever we have done in the journal entry is written in narration, that is as an explanation within the bracket. Bill sent for collection to bank. Now on March 8, that is 3 days before the date of maturity, the bill's payment will be collected by bank and will be handed over to Darshan. Means Darshan will be receiving the payment through check. Okay, right? And this receipt of payment by Darshan through check will be shown on the debit side as an increase in asset by the name of bank. ठीक है, bank account debit to bill sent for collection. Bill sent for collection, which was indicating the bank to whom the bill was earlier handed over by Darshan for collection purpose. It was the debtor for Darshan. Now the debtor is decreasing because from debtor bank represented or indicated by the term bill sent for collection is decreasing because bank handed over the payment to Darshan. Okay, bank account debit to bill sent for collection is the journal entry to be passed, and the same amount 40,000 is to be placed in the amount column on the debit and credit side. Just write 40,000 on debit and credit side. Right. So just take the screenshot of the same solution. Okay, and fare it up. And try to solve further questions based on the same 4 cases which I have explained you in 7th question. Okay, right? Try to solve other question based on these 4 cases. In question number 7, I have discussed 4 cases. Okay, First case was when the bill was retained by Darshan till the date of maturity. Second case, when the bill was endorsed immediately by Darshan in favor of his creditor Suresh. When Darshan immediately discounted the bill at the rate of 6%. And the last case, when 3 days before its maturity, the bill was sent by Darshan to his bank for collection. These were the 4 cases which I have discussed in question number 7, the very important question. Okay, as it covered all the previous questions. And some preceding questions, okay, which we will discuss, which will be explained to you in further or say preceding online classes. Okay, so that's all for today. The online video link, that is YouTube video link, will be shared by me in the class WhatsApp group. Okay, watch the YouTube video link explaining this case number 4 related to question number 7 of NCERT. Okay, right, repeatedly you watch the video, and if there is any problem, if you come across any problem, you just share your problem on my personal WhatsApp number. Your problems will be solved. That's all for today. Have a nice day.